Not wasting much time, let's call on our second guest speaker. She's the Director of Department of Gender and Social Development, expert with a demonstrated 23 years of experience in the public sector. She holds a Bachelor of Education from UCC, a postgraduate honor in Gender and Transformation, University of Cape Town, South Africa. Masters in Development Management from NAST, member of the Project Management Institute, USA and Ghana chapter. She is a mentor and advocate for gender and social inclusion. Let's welcome our very own Mama Kpe for that presentation. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm supposed to speak on empowering the next generation, safe online spaces for kids and teens. That was the topic I was giving. Thank you. So it's a great joy to be here with all of us this morning. It's just 10 minutes, so I'll make this as practical as possible and as quick as possible. So I want to first refer to something from UNICEF. This data, I know there is a current data, but this data was picked from the 2010 census, but there is a current data. It states that young people between 12 and 19 years had access to internet through phones. Many of these people are people who are not working. So the first question I want to ask is, how do they have that access? That is the first question. And then it goes on to say that the internet increasingly is exposing children and young people to dangers of all forms of sexual abuse. It states that 2 in 5 children have seen sexual images at least during the past year. So this is something from UNICEF. And this should set all of us as stakeholders thinking that my child in the house, 2 in 5. So if you have 2 children in the house, you must know that you have 5 children in the house, you must know that 2 of them are already exposed to sexual images online. And once the 2 are exposed, the possibility of sharing knowledge with the other 3 is very high. I must say that digital technology presents a world of limitless possibilities that can cascade national development and as well as global social and economic development. In recent times, we've seen a lot of digital interventions. COVID-19 presented us a huge challenge where our children stayed at home for a whole year. During that year, many of our children, us as parents, school authorities, children, exposed these children to online learning, digital learning. And these children are taught and tutored online. The question is, whilst these possibilities have come, how many of us take the pains to supervise this online learning and ensure that whilst these children are learning online, they do not veer into spaces that they are not supposed to be? Have we stopped to ask ourselves? And so there are limitless opportunities and there are dangers aside the opportunities. Digital technology also presents a source of information, education, advocacy, and bridges the global barriers to the access of possibilities, just as I've said. Your child can access education anywhere as a result of digital technology. Your child can access information anywhere across the globe as a result of digital technology. Recently, there was a story about a group of people who said they are coming after your children one by one. How are they going after them? It's through the digital space. The things that are put out for the children to watch, to hear, and to listen to. I want to ask again, who gives access to these children? Do they buy the phone themselves? No. Are we too busy to supervise what they are doing? Yes. Are our TVs babysitting these children? Yes. Are the internet babysitting the children because we are not there? We left the phone with internet access without any supervision? Yes. We may think that we are loving them. We are protecting them. We want them to get in touch with us. Have we thought about the adverse effect of leaving them with access? Let me give you, the children we have today are very smart. They know more than you know, and they know how to even connect without your permission. Let me give you a typical example in my home. My husband works in the technological space. He's worked there for a very long time, so for him, he's on top of it. One day, I saw our two boys just moving around, switching. This person runs here, this person runs. I said, what is going on? And they were holding their tablets. And I said, no, we didn't give them access to the tablet. We've not given them access to the password. And so what is happening? So I moved quickly and I took the tablet. And I realized it was connected to the internet in the house. So we were all confused. How did they get the password? My husband said no. He has never given them the password. So there is no way they can get the password. So I said, calm down. We need to find out how they got the password. And so we started interrogating them. And then it came out that apparently they watched something on TV that showed them how to bypass the password. There is a knob on the tablet and there is a knob on the router. So they press here, they press there, and it's connected. So we are at work. We think the children are safe, but they are not. So this is just a practical example for us to begin to think as parents that these children have access to some information that propels them to higher levels than we think as parents. Now, digital technology. Okay, let me move quickly to promoting digital safety. Promoting digital safety, I say here, remains an unlimited pit. Whilst digital technology presents unlimited possibilities, digital safety remains an unlimited pit. And so if we do not guide our children to navigate it carefully and with great supervision, it may jeopardize their lives, their future, and the very education that we think we are helping them to promote. Many young people today are excited to be connected, but they are oblivious of the deep negative impacts of their digital footprints. So we see young people who go online, go naked, dance, say all sorts of things, We are on vacation. We are coming after your husbands. And then we post it, and it's going all around. This child is oblivious of the digital footprint he or she is living. And so one day, you go for an interview, you submit your CV, and they ask your name, they Google your name, and your video pops up. We are coming after your husbands. And the CEO is a woman sitting right there. And that CEO is a man who thinks that he can take advantage of young girls. Already, you have exposed yourself. You have dented your future career. And you have left yourself vulnerable. And so, it is important to guide these ones. Many do not consider the effect of digital activity on their own future image, future relationships, and career development. Many parents give digital access to children without deep supervision. This is very important to me and to all of us. Some of us, we do not have strong passwords on our phones. And some of us parents, we ourselves have unwholesome materials. You know, the digital space is interesting. What they see you looking at, the pop-ups, it brings the pop-ups. And so you may not have downloaded anything on your phone. But when you pick it as a father, where do you go? If you go to pornographic sites, when your child is using your phone, that is the pop-up that comes. You are not there. He clicks on it and boom, gone to pornography. You see? And so, these are some of the things. Those children are therefore exposed to misguided people, unwholesome sites, and materials online. Currently, we know that children are exposed to pornography, digital grooming. Some are on Facebook as early as 8 years, 9 years, 10 years. And so whilst they are on Facebook, there are people who are there in the digital space whose work is to groom these children. Groom them to become gays. Groom them to become prostitutes. Groom them to become terrorists. Grooming them for whatever purpose they want. You remember the Efiem Kwanta story of the doctor who befriended the 15-year-old boy, engaged him over time, and then after some time asked the child to come and visit him. The child went, he sodomized the child, gave him HIV and all that. There was another case in Point where a girl on Facebook met somebody. She was in Accra. The person is in Kumasi, SHS. The person said, oh, come and visit me. She left school, went to Kumasi. She was locked up, abused sexually. So she found a way to sneak out and go and call the father. And police had to rescue her. So these are some of the things. Currently, we also have cyberbullying that many of our children are going through. There are people there who are bullying them, threatening them, doing all kinds of things to them. There is what we call sextortion and sexting. People online teaching children to have sex online, sexting. And then some of them leave their sexual images. And so once those sexual images are online, they take them and then they extort from you further. And so there is also what we call body shaming. The children go online and they see very beautiful, slim, shapely people. They never thought about the fact that there is AI that is shaping the people. There is technology that is making the face smooth. But they want to be like that. And so you see them rejecting their God-given image and running after unreal unrealistic images. They don't like what they have. And so in that doing, we also have identity theft issues. People take your identity and then they use it for something else. And so I want to quickly just ask us, as stakeholders, as parents, are we ready to do our part to promote the safety of our children online? Recently, I heard that there were some sites, innocuous sites, that children play with, and there you have traffic coming in. Are we ready? As parents, as stakeholders, within this unlimited possibilities, to also look at the deep pits that it presents for our children. I suggest at this point that we try to use strong passwords on our phones. Passwords that are not easily accessible to our children. We try to monitor their digital activities. Let's put some parental controls in place. Let's get to know what they are doing out there. Let's put parental control on the TV channels we think can expose them to some of these things. And let's supervise the screen time. Because the screen time alone has devastating impact on their health, on their eye, and on their general well-being. And then on their level of focus on their studies. And so I want to end here, but I want to urge all of us, as young people, know that whatever you do, it leaves a mark that is not cleanable. Let me use that. You cannot clean it. It will be there forever and ever. And as parents, we must know that we are charting a future for these children, and we must make it a bright one and not one that we will regret and they will regret one day. Thank you.
Please, let's do it again for her. A round of applause for our mommy taking us through that. Digital safety remains an unlimited pit. We must guard our children. Please, let's do it once again for mommy. Mommy, thank you so much.